Okay, so I started out this morning in Big Bear Lake where I spent the night last night. I started out the day driving, and then after that I did a little bit more driving, and then I drove and drove and drove and drove and drove and drove and drove, and then I got to Sequoia National Park, and man, is that unbelievable. I thought I'd have a campsite pretty soon after I got into the park, but realized it was too low of elevation. It was going to be too hot to stay down there. So at the suggestion of one of the rangers, I kept driving and driving, but the drive was just spectacular. Miles and miles of switchbacks. And then you just get into the big giant sequoia trees, and you think you've seen pictures of how amazingly big they are, and until you see it for yourself, they're just massive. And surprisingly, the bark is soft. They look like these big giant hard trees, but they're soft to the touch, which I didn't expect. So searched for a campsite, and it took me about 2 hours from the park entrance to get to this spot right now, which is called Azalea Campground. So let me take you on a little quick tour of that. Of course, there's the mini Winnie, the ghetto RV. It served me well last night. It was a little chilly up at Big Bear Lake, but I was nice and cozy in the back there, so that worked out great. My camp condo, little screen tent that I got for 30 bucks at a garage sale. I didn't even bring a real actual tent. I just decided that I was going to sleep in this because, I don't know, I want to be out there and I want to be able to see the stars, because if you look above, it should be a pretty clear night. So I've got, of course, all my cooking supplies. Haven't made dinner yet. Not hungry yet. Everything I need. Got my mountain bike with socks on the handlebars to keep the bugs off. My lounge chair. I'm probably not going to make a fire because I don't really have any firewood, and just makes everything stink. And these are the big giant bear canisters that they have at every campsite. You're not allowed to leave anything in your car, including toiletries, anything that has a smell to it. The bears will go after. And some of the rangers have said, even recently, people leave anything in their car and they just tear open. They've learned to tear open the passenger doors like tin cans. They just peel them back. And it's just crazy. Anything the bears can smell, they'll go after. So that's why you keep everything in here, including my little toiletry bag right there. So I plan on just kind of hanging out here. I think I'm going to spend about 4 days, 4 to 5 days. I'm not really sure. Just want to check everything out around here. Go see the big trees. Go do some hikes. Do a little mountain biking. There's actually a village right up the street, so if I need anything, ice, I pretty much have everything I need. There's a bathroom right over there. So I'm pretty hooked up at this spot. Like I said, going to spend 4 to 5 days here, depending on how much I feel like I've seen everything I want to see. And then it's off to Yosemite. From what I hear, Yosemite's not going to be as easy to get into and get a campsite. One of the rangers described it as Disneyland. There's just, unless you have reservations, you're pretty hosed. But I'm confident that I'll get lucky, kind of like I did here. And I'm off the grid, too. There's absolutely no cell service. So by the time you see this, it's probably going to be about 4 days late. So that's it. I'm safe and sound, and I'm out.